Guys, I'm such an idiot. I just like recorded this. I got like halfway through this recording and I was like framing this whole video as fourth moto shoots in versus fourth moto shoots in, and I was like, this just goes to show how you can play two divisions completely differently. And then I realized halfway through the video that it's not fourth moto shoots in, it's ninth Panzer Division. Can you guys see do those two symbols not look completely identical? Or am I like blind? Okay. Well guys, welcome. My name is Sheep Thief and today I'm going to do a revised review of this game that I played with my friending playing 9th Panzer Division and me playing 4th Moto Shootin'. This game was actually done on stream, so if you guys are interested in seeing me stream, I think there's a way. I think if you subscribe it'll like tell you if I go live. So yeah, if you're interested in that, please join us. And yeah, like I said, this game, my mind is blown. I thought that we were playing the same division but I was like, wow, there's so many different ways you can play 4th Moto Shootin', but it's not 4th Moto Shootin'. So, here's what I'll say. This game is pretty bloody, and it's close. We played a game just before this, and he destroyed me, so I came into this like really wanting to win, trying to get a dub against this guy. And I know he wanted to win as well, so let's see who does it. So you can see the difference in our deployments. I'm going heavy 4th Moto Shoots and deploy with a lot of helicopters coming forward, trying to get a pretty wide coverage on the map. He is coming forward with a lot of recon. You can see how much recon he has coming up here. A lot of it is just in the form of vehicles over here, but he does have Aufklars coming in here. And you'll see later how deft and skilled this guy is with his Aufklars. He's got a forward operating base and a cube, and yeah, that's pretty much it for deployment. Nothing too crazy. He's basically creating a sort of arrowhead into the middle here with a pretty wide recon coverage. So let's begin. I have my Moto Aufklars coming forward, supported by the rocket helos. They get into the buildings here. Like I said, I thought I was playing against 4th Moto Shootin', so I was really prepared for like some kind of engagement here. I still think that it looks like a 4, but whatever. So I get these Moto Aufklars into the zone, and I'm sort of surprised that I'm not seeing him yet, which I thought meant that he's going to get a big tank buildup. Okay. Guys, please don't think less of me. I don't know. I don't know what to say. So I get this MI8 over here, kind of trying to watch this. He fires at it with an Igla, which does connect, and this MiG-23 comes in, and I'll say that this guy, my friending, was quite skilled with his airplanes. One error I make here is not having more CVs come forward. I definitely needed to get a CV in here fairly quickly. This thing's taking its sweet time. This Moto Aufklar moves forward across the open field, trying to engage this normal Aufklar here, but it's coming under fire from this UAV KPV, which has a heavy machine gun on it. So we push forward to the building, he backs off of the building, we get into there, but he quite skillfully gets this right into a very nice position here that punishes my attack. He was over here and he noticed that I swung over here, so he swung over here. Very skillful play on his part with just this little vehicle. We fire at it with a AT weapon but miss it because we have taken a lot of cohesion damage. He pulls out of range of our AT weapon, and we do have to back off. We back out of the building, he brings his into the building. That is actually what I want, so I can engage him in this forest right here. Nice little micro play. I think I'm really I think I've improved quite a bit in this game, and I'm enjoying these little micro battles that I'm starting to have with people at this new level that I'm reaching. I'm like rank 600 right now, this guy's about rank 300. So he pops in, we pop out, and then we get back into the building to try to fight this Aufklar. We get him down to one guy. Fires at it with the heavy machine gun. Really close here. Are we going to win this? It's going to be close. I'm like, oh, I think I can get it, but then the helicopter destroys it, and this one soldier backs out, probably with a lot of PTSD. So we lost that little engagement right there. Maybe not the most significant skirmish that I've ever had in WARNO, but it was interesting, and it did kind of affect the destiny of the way this is gonna play out here. We have not controlled this building. If we controlled this building, that'd be good. And he does know at this point that he has free reign with his helicopter, so he does push me completely out of here. Metis is gone. I did not have an AA set up properly in here. I chose not to react with airplanes too, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it would have been worth it, potentially losing an airplane. I guess I was a little intimidated by this guy's airplay. He comes here, attacks my ATGM here. They die. At this point I've had enough, and I'm actually kind of worried that he's going to sweep everything here, so I do send a MiG-29. We get it down. Send in a MiG-21 kind of staggered like this. Fortunately the MiG-29 pulls back like this. I send the MiG-21 in on the support helo because I am extremely concerned about that. We take a really good trade with the MiG-29 and then kill the other MiG-23, so very good air exchange for me. This MiG-21 does sail over his city over here with the wide turn radius that it has, and it does go down. So we both, I really feel like this game we were doing a lot of tit for tat, like he'd hit me and I'd hit him, and it was back and forth, like, and it wasn't, at no point did I feel like I was outplaying him or that he was fully outplaying me. I did feel threatened. I felt like constantly threatened by this guy. He's a high level player, rank 300, so he's definitely not someone to be underestimated. This Eagle starts to open up on these rocket helos. Let's see how I react to this. I can't quite remember what happened here. Taking a little bit of damage with this spring talker. I think I noticed this here. Shilka kind of pops up on my screen pretty hard. Rocket helos pull out just barely. This spring talker, you can see I've pushed this recon infantry right up to the edge here. They have great optics, and you know, they're infantry. They're pretty beefy infantry squad, so it's pretty good to get them up here. We do get a kill on that Flame Pioneer with these Offclar, very good kill. But he has set up a nice vehicle. He's got support vehicles in here that are going to win the fight for him right on the edge of the city. So I need to pull back. I actually lose that. I must have been focused on something else. Unfortunate. And these spring talkers are not what we want right here. We want ATGMs and Eagles and like beefier stuff, with the spring talkers hanging back to get into close quarters fights. I think he's emboldened by what's happening here, so he moves up with the infantry, pops smoke because ATGM comes from over here. This ATGM is more set up for keeping this zone controlled. I was not quite expecting an attack through here. You can see that he has kind of a he's attacking like an arrow into this, which is interesting. Infantry in the front with vehicles behind. Decent coverage of AA. Maybe Coops could be pushed forward a little bit, but I don't think he's too worried about me counterattacking right now, because I'm the one that's sort of overextended here. This ATGM does catch out this BMP right here and forces us back a little bit, buying me a little bit of time. You can see I do have ATGMs coming in, but it's a little too late because he's gotten a beachhead into this city here. Spring Talker does make it back. These rocket helos are I bring this rocket helo forward to try to, because this one's still looking alright. It's a little low on rockets, but it can put some punishment down. And I guess it's one of the vulnerabilities of this arrowhead formation. So whatever's at the tip will tend to be blunted, so to speak. Good Get some nice hits here, but like I said, tit for tat, we push this infantry off. He exchanges with a rocket strike on this ATGM. You can see a stream of reinforcements coming in for me. I do have this under control, and I'm trying to invest as little into this as possible without it being too vulnerable to just being rolled over by some Hail Mary attack. ATGM here is probably what I'm missing. I send this rocket helo over here because I'm irritated by that rocket strike and kind of hoping that I can just sail around like this. But it looks like I'm wondering if he just kills it with that. We'll try to keep an eye on that. So over here, let's keep an eye on that while we watch this. I do get my so one major issue here is that like I should have way more of a tick at this point. I only have a +2 now, and I made a lot of errors trying to okay, so he did send a plane over there. Shut that down. I lost a CV over here somewhere. Yeah, you can see it's ruined right here with a really greedy fast move order over here. And so there are just some errors that were made where I should have had a tick this whole time and I didn't, and it made it so that he could build up quite a bit without me without paying anything for it. So like I should have twice as many points at this point at least. So this was an error. This Conquerors does get into position finally, but since he's had such a build up here, it just has to immediately retreat. This T-55 again blunts the arrowhead, but has to pull off. A lot of this is looking pretty low cohesion. This moto shoots and hanging out here. We wound that T-72. That was what, dude, this whole time I was like, wow, where is he getting T-72s? Why don't I have T-72s in my deck? What's going on here? Rocket helos. Kill this flame infantry. Big kill right there. At the very least, it's making him have to kind of spread out this thing and not just waltz into the middle here. More artillery fire comes down. Wounding my T-55 over here. ATGMs are starting to sail out of my position here, which I should have been doing a long time ago. We're starting to get kills. You can see this position for ATGMs is quite strong. It's a little hard to keep it supplied though. Pop smoke here. Eagle catches out this rocket helo. This one goes back to rearm. Try to get it out, or actually I don't. It's like no, yeah, I give the order here. Not enough. So yeah, every time it seems like we're just like two boxers. Like if he hits me, I'm gonna hit him. Another artillery strike comes down. This time for the Spring Talker. So ATGM's in trouble. I do micro it back. For some reason I'm neglecting to micro the Spring Talker. ATGM goes down. And mysteriously the Spring Talker does not. And here we go with this dance that this map often devolves into right about this time, where the lines have been set, and one of the only ways to kind of put the pressure on or stop the pressure is to smoke this and get a CV in here. I see it coming and I send a T-55 in here, but my opponent quite intelligently sends this off-claw, which is equipped with an AT weapon, into the zone. I try to just get this into the smoke, see if I can get right on top of the BMP. But these off-claws run into it and destroy it perfectly. Really good call on his part. And it guarantees him an end to the tick. But The problem with this dance is that the other side can do the exact same thing, so I just bring my BMP in here, assuming that he's going to pull this back. Often people pull it right out because they're worried about artillery fire. He actually runs into an ATGM because of that. We miss, unfortunately. But I do get my BMP into the zone. He sends these motor shoots and RPG 27s into here. I don't think they're the perfect unit for the job because their AT weapon is quite low range, 500 meters. There's some AT weapons that can reach like out here. Everything that's coming around to the flanks is running into a wave of ATGMs. Over here, a fight is developing. These motor shoots versus motor shoots are fighting over here. BMP shows up again. Fires an ATGM at something. Is that going to get a kill? No, it looks like it loses sight. More smoke comes down. These motor shoots are heroically trying to hold back the line. They do pop out just in time. Probably not going to last too long. This ATGM is quite well placed. Does get a T-72 down. Kind of a lucky shot there. I think he deserves to be a little irritated about that. This Spring Talker still hasn't been pulled back. This Conquer's in a good position. Pops smoke here. Doesn't pay off. BMP2 down. Always nice to get a BMP2 down. I bring out mortars, start trying to shell this location. Just kind of make him have to pull out. He sends an Su-22. I guess he did kill a T-55 with it, but he pays for it by losing the plane. Big push of infantry in here. You can see I have this sniper here. Snipers can do quite a bit to lower cohesion and just put damage down on infantry. Can really support infantry fights quite well. This Conquers. I'd like to see myself pull this out and not lose it, but it looks like I'm a little preoccupied with other stuff. You can see how much a difference the sniper is making. That infantry fight is not going well for him. We pull back the Pioneer. Conquers is actually still alive, even though it has no health. Fires a shot, does go down. Over here we get our BMP back into the zone. I send a Moto Aufklar right here to lame this supply route, which can be pretty strong for attacking into this city here. If you think that they're supplying this city at all, it's good to have a unit back here. You can also get a unit into here, and if you're feeling really cancerous, into here. Rocket artillery starts to rain down. He has won this engagement for now. He's gotten his foothold back, but all of his infantry looks not too good, and we do have supply back here, and I'm not terrible at resupplying my units, so we have another sharpshooter here, and we are weakening his position with mortars, and you can see he decides to pull a lot of this infantry back to resupply. Tick is back in our favor as we continue the stance over here. He gets this homosexual here that is just like, I can't seem to see it, and you can see that I'm trying to like get some recon vehicles forward. I think what I'm missing is just some ordinary scouts, like Aufklars, honestly. But I generally favor scouts in favor of, I disfavor scouts, preferring these like beefier recon squads, because they can fight, and often they're quite good. Brings the tick to a close once again. But we've gotten ourselves a decently healthy lead here. This tank, a lot of units are just running into this ATGM here. It's actually about to like run out of ATGMs. More smoke comes down to guide this BMP's retreat. We've lost our ATGM coverage in here, so he is kind of free to go for this. Conquers goes down. You can see my Moto Aufklar here has gotten a few kills. He addresses it. You can see he puts an attack beacon here because he notices it and he's like, nope, I'm gonna put a stop to that now. And that's quite good reaction speed. High level reaction speed. A lot of newer players will not notice this for a long time. I wonder if he'll lose this Sturm though. Nope, he reroutes it. Well played. We get our BMP back in the zone, but it does go down to an ATGM, which still gives us a tick, but not that +2, and it is a CV gone. You don't want to lose CVs willy-nilly like that. So you can see here he does send 2 helicopters. I think what I should have done to like fully secure this is to get some Eagles in here, or even a Shilka. Maybe even just a few BMPs. I'm not sure. These moto shoots and pull back. Kind of trying to occupy tree lines here. I'm not sure what this guy's doing just out in the middle of the open right here. Not good placement on my part. Spring Talker, again, not in a great position. Flame Pioneer will just completely destroy that. Mortar fire's coming down here. Not quite sure what I'm aiming at. I think at this point I was feeling kind of flustered. Lost a lot of units in here. Didn't have a lot of infantry left in here. I think at this point he could move forward. Do have pretty good T-55 coverage. But my infantry has been worn down. And over here it wasn't looking too good either, so feeling the pain. You can see I sent another CV in here to begin the dance again. He sends a MiG-23 after my MiG-29. It does sail over some Eagles here, but they just literally are refusing to fire. MiG-29 takes kind of a weird path here and gets spooked and leaves. So does his. This Conkers is in a great position to make sure there isn't a total collapse in here, so he has to move forward with this Pioneer infantry. And we do have a rocket helo coming forward to make sure he doesn't get too far ahead. Looks like some mortar fires raining down over here, at least causing some drops in cohesion. Brings the off-color out here, good micro. Looks like I change targets for that. It's sort of a long way away, and I think I was aiming in the dark. I try not to aim in the dark. Conkers goes down immediately as soon as he sees it with this precision howitzer artillery. Not sure what's going on here, but somehow stuff is dying. I'm not sure what just did that. Napalm, some napalm rocket launcher, that's crazy. Let's see what that looks like. My whole city into an inferno. That's got to be some of the most fire I've seen in this game. Look at that smoke right there, that's crazy. So pretty big push coming in here after that artillery bombardment. Moto shoots and come forward, but we have gotten a decent amount of tanks into position here. Got Fallschirmjägers pushing forward here to try to take that. And moto shoots and go forward into hell. To get cut to pieces. But they made space. We actually get enough space into here to get the tick back. We lose another CV though to this ATGM. I'm finally getting infantry moving through this forest, which should have happened a long time ago. Both taking a lot of trades on the flanks here. Like, he's killing some of mine, I'm killing some of his. AT plane comes in here trying to pick off some of this armor that's come forward. Don't get that kill. We do lose the AT plane. Tick is still in our favor, but the build-up continues. It's not over yet by any means for either of us. You can see the sheer number of infantry that I'm just sort of soaking into here. A lot of this stuff in here actually survived the Inferno. I'm just kind of trying to pull it back. I'll show you what's left of the town. Rockets rain down on this position. Completely accurate fire. I'm just having to tank it. Like as long I really can't afford to lose this. Fortunately, there isn't much for him to even like take in here now. So he has to essentially march across an open field. There are two buildings left, one in here, one in here. Moto shoots and get into position here to start fighting in here. Not so great. We still do have our tick. He smokes it, tries to put a stop to it. I'm mad at myself for not pushing across here. As if on cue, I do push across. Looks like we get some kind of... something hits pretty hard in there. Looks like a mortar fire and this thing got a kill. More artillery rains down. Degrading this somewhat at least. I bring an infantry commander in here because I'm sick of losing my vehicle CVs to ATGMs. Definitely starting to feel the pain. You can see over here, I'm a little nervous about this, about just an infantry push coming across here. I do have a sniper. I can put a stop to it, and I bring this T-55 over here, which can also pop around this building here. And engage targets like this. T-55 gets shot at by a BMP, pop smoke and pull back. I've been pushed out of these buildings because these buildings no longer exist. Over here my pioneers finally come across and they engage these moto shoots in this building in here. This is definitely a vulnerability in its entire position. I sort of am mad at myself that I didn't detect this earlier. We do kill this, and now this is a lot of threatened things in here. He routes a wounded BMP over here to deal with it, which is the right call. You can see he really doesn't like this. Artillery comes down as well. We fire at this ATGM. I really want it dead. This BMP is going to be a major issue, unless this can get in range, but it's a long way away. Over here, more fire breaks out. Consistently making sure there's an ATGM in that building right there. Getting flanking fire into here is pretty devastating for any push that's wanting to come through here. All of his infantry's getting mowed down pretty quickly. More napalm comes down in here. I guess I wasn't quite understanding this was napalm. This rocket helo also helps to stave off this assault. Helicopters come forward to try to head this off. I definitely should have, I think I was paying attention to other things, but once I saw that ATGM to go down, I definitely should have pushed a tank over here. MiG-29 comes for these helicopters. I do not want to deal with that. Thankfully that one's out of ammo. This MiG-29 sails over his entire force and goes down. This MiG-29, I do pull it off just in time. Look at the destruction here. Both of our armies are just beaten to a pulp. Wounded units being ordered to push forward. Now they're begging to fall back and resupply. I pull back these units. I do give them a break. They regroup with one of these BRMs. Supply goes down. Very unfortunate because I was there to resupply this T-55. And the loss of that supply does coincide with the T-72 push over here on the left. Definitely on this side of the map, one thing I like to do is push tanks through this sort of alleyway here. If you can take over this city, most of the time people won't have units in this forest here, so this is kind of safe. It's also a little hard to get vision in there. So I think you would have been better suited over here. Look how well the sniper's pushing off this Hofklar. It does take it down. More rockets come down over here. T-55 opening up on stuff, and he does get this T-72 command tank into the zone. We have the infantry commander here, so this is the first time he's had a tick since the the very beginning of the game, where he just like had like 8 points because he got his first point a little faster than me. So the +1 is here, and I'm feeling demoralized from that, certainly. T-55 goes down. Definitely trying to push around here, cause trouble. Pioneer flamers go down. He just needs to make space for this tank. Unfortunately, all these buildings are gone because he destroyed them, so it's just out in the open. Flame pioneers go down. Now he's in a bit of trouble. The CV is exposed. He gets the T-72 ahead of it, trying to get a more forward echelon. It comes directly into the fire of all of this. Spalls, pulls back under smoke, pulls back the CV under smoke. Or it looks like he just pops the smoke and leaves the CV there. Looks like he's waiting for more motor chutes to arrive. Cluster bomb. Fires in the T-72, backs it off, and does live. Good micro on his part. But he loses the tick. He does move it forward directly once again. These motor chutes and try to push forward into this inferno. And perish. Supply goes down. There's starting to be a big buildup of tanks in here. We get the +2 back somehow. Oh, because we get an AT strike on his plane. You can see here that that is, I guess, where he decides to give up. A little anticlimactic, actually, if I may say, at the end there, because he definitely had more CVs. But I think he got kind of beaten back. So he did end up winning. Look at the KD. He got substantially more kills than I did. None of my units performed exceptionally well. His artillery was really annoying. Look at the precision on those ATGMs. Just immediately, as soon as he saw them, he would hit them with howitzers. All of his tanks, I guess none of them performing amazingly. None of our units performed amazingly. And yeah, this guy is rank 336, so a good, very good player. And I did win. I should mention that he did beat me in the game before this one. But that's that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.